Hey everybody, welcome. We made it. We are in the preview streamer event. This is a sponsored event by Wizards of the Coast. I get to play on a WotC provided God account and preview the new set, Zendikar Rising, all day long. We are drafting against other streamers. My name today is Human Token because I had a little problem with my access to this event early on. Thank you for that sub there. Appreciate that, Jew Classic. But we resolved the issue. My only penalty is that I get to play today as Human Token. I'm in. I will be Human Token as long as I get to play some Zendikar Rising with you all today, which was touch and go there for a bit. Was not sure I was going to be able to get access, but we did, and now I'm super psyched. We just need to wait for a few more of our fellow streamers to join up here in this draft, and then it'll fire, I'm sure. And in the meantime, I can talk to you about what we've learned about the format so far, and of course about my great sponsor, cardkingdom.com. As you check out all these awesome cards today, I'm sure you're going to see a lot of new individual cards, new individual strategies and archetypes that are going to get your creative juices flowing for your next constructed project, perhaps. And if so, I want to point you to cardkingdom.com via my affiliate link in the panels below, or via that link that Hat so kindly posted there for you, or in the YouTube video notes. All of it points to Card Kingdom from here. That helps keep me on the air because they know you got there from hearing this message, which is what they ask of me. And I don't mind giving the message at all because they are truly my favorite online card store. They have been since before they ever sponsored me. And they sponsored me when I co-created Limited Resources with Marshall Sutcliffe back in the late aughts. So my relationship with Card Kingdom goes way back. Love the people there. Love the services. Love the products. Love the inventory. And love the buy list. As always, check out the Card Kingdom buy list if you're looking to get rid of your cards for cash, and you're not going to find a better seller for that, a better purchaser. And of course, if you see any of those sweet Zendikar cards, don't forget our friends at Card Kingdom. Give them a chance for your business. Thank you, CK. No worries. War Furnace gave a mid-pitch sub. Always welcome. You all can try to interrupt my Card Kingdom pitches with your Twitch subs anytime. I can handle it. Yeah, there you go, Beaver fan. Bring it. Bring it. Try to distract me with those subs. I can handle it. Oh, one more in the seat. I may skip to the draft part for YouTube here. Maybe I'll I'm gonna do some special effects. Ready, YouTube? Welcome back, YouTube. I hopped you right to the draft, like I said. Here we are. What do we got? Archpriest of Iona, X2. And its power is equal to the number of creatures in your party, so it can be a 4/2 at most. At the beginning of your turn, if you have a full party, target creature gets +1/+1 and gains flying until end of turn. Fun little party build around. So we just take the rare and build around it. Let's see. Kite Sail Cleric is a cleric, of course. I kind of like, yeah, it doesn't look like a first pick, but again, I don't know these cards well, and I'm going to have a clock running down, so you got to bear with me. I'm not going to make some great picks here early on in these first drafts, but it's okay. We're here to pick something, build around it, and give it a try. Like, maybe you even like this better. But yeah, let's do a science pick, right? Again, I don't know these cards well, so I need to kind of pick a lane and just go with it. So I'm going to just take the Archpriest and see. I agree that maybe this isn't exactly a first pick quality card, but I can read it and understand it and head towards it. And isn't like blue-white is really your party colors, right? Because blue gives you rogues and wizards naturally, and white gives you clerics and warriors naturally, right? So if you want a two-color party pair, it's going to be Azorius, right? So I'm thinking about that. Anyway, and here I am not drafting and talking. Iridescent Hornbeetle, 4 and a green, 3. Oh yes, end step, create a green insect creature for +1/+1 counters. So +1/+1 counters matter in this set. But let's see if we can find. I mean, this is a rogue, but it doesn't really Yeah, spell lands are great. I'll at least hold the spell land as a possibility as I look at the rest of these. Fissure Wizard is okay. Here, I'll scroll these so our YouTube viewers can at least pause and look at them. But I'll take the spell land here. Gutshot Plaza, that's funny. I like it. Brushfire Elemental could get us into the landfall deck that is the red-green. We have a good card for the landfall deck right here. These land spells are excellent with the elemental. We have another land spell here. Pack Beast is colorless and builds the party if we want to do that. It can be anything, right? But maybe that comes around late. I'd rather hedge towards another build around and see which build around we want to head to. We're not going to play both Brushfire and Archpriest in the same deck, but I do like going ahead and taking another build around here. We can take the Wizard too. You want to just do this? Because this works with the Archpriest. But I'll take another build around and let's see what the packs say. But again, go easy on me. These early drafts are going to be rough. We're mostly trying to draft cards and play them and get some experience from the battlefield. Rabid Bite here jumps out at me. I've said I'm going to try and see, is this a place we can go? Premium removal spell. At least I think it's premium. Historically, fight cards, straight up fight has not been premium because you need to be bigger, but punch cards or bite cards as they call this, are much more effective at that job. So we could take that here, and yeah, let's do that. We have 3 cards towards the old landfall, and this is a landfall equipment. Is this any good? Skyclave Pickaxe feels like landfall more. When there's a battlefield, attach it, and yeah, it's just a 1-mana landfall equip, but maybe that's good enough. Again, this is all experimentation. Here's our landfall Hellhound, although this is kind of a functional reprint of a white card from the original Zendikar, but that original white card was in a format that was decently heavy on on ways to activate landfall twice in the same turn. And I think there is some of that in this set, but I think if we're going to take a landfall pick here, I'm just going to take the axe and give it a try. Again, science. Let's figure this out. It does look like switching in towards the Brushfire Elemental was decent. We have a lot of green and red in these packs and not a lot of white. So I like our change here, and I think we have found our lane. Spitfire Lagak. Landfall deals damage to opponents. That's feels kind of weak. Creatures you control have haste. Defender Reach. Like, this isn't bad to control some flyers, but there's probably just this 2-drop is going to be better. And Stomper is okay. Might. Yeah, this is just your old classic giant growth variant. I think we just want the colony here, and let's get our curve low. Another, I was going to say a spell land, but it's not a spell land. It's a dual land, and it's not really where we're at. I'd rather just have the Hellhound, and again, give it a try. Yeah, what was that? That was off of what? The Gnarlid colony? I think that's the sound a Gnarlid makes, apparently. But we'll take the Hellhound here and see if this type of card is playable. If red-green is aggro enough for this to actually be good. Dunno. We'll find out. 2-mana Pumper. That is expensive. 3 mana to pump? That seems awful, but what are we taking this? +1/+1 counter. I think we'd rather have this. I mean, even we get... yeah, both of these seem not great, right? But I think it's possible we get enough natural... here's a rogue that we want for the Death Touch, for example. If we get enough natural party creatures, we can totally run a strength. That's sorcery, though. Actually, never mind. I thought it was instant. Sorcery makes that pretty underwhelming. When Dauntless Survivor enters the battlefield, okay, so this is a functional reprint of a card we've seen many times, but I'd rather have the I'd rather have the Death Toucher. Cleansing Wildfire. This is a landfall, repeat landfall source. So I like that. We're going to take as many of these as we can get late. Really, why do you think a 1/1 Death Toucher for 1 is actively bad? This has been historically fine. Not anything to write home about. Is there something about the format you think, Media, or because this has been fine historically? So what's your change on it? Rubble Fort, Ambusher again. I guess we're taking Rubble Fort. I don't know if we're playing these, but another Hellhound. Funny. Mesa Lynx. Like this is what was the original Hellhound was some kind of lynx. I can't remember what it was called, but it was something like Mesa Lynx. Steppe Lynx, right? Steppe Lynx. Hey, it's an Omnath. It's a couple colors off from where we're at, but maybe we chase this. What does this do? When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 4 life. This is the first time this ability resolve this turn. Second time, add a bunch of mana. Third time, this feels like, but what? This doesn't even look good. Like, we're going to do all this work to do what? I think, yeah, we should just take another Brushfire Elemental. I'm in on the Brushfire Elemental here. I get it's a streamer event, but that just wrecks our whole deck. And we're spiky enough around here that we actually want to use this here streamer event to get a little bit of an edge and try to learn something useful for the coming events that we're going to be playing in. Here we have something. This is kind of what I was rejecting this as a sorcery speed. I would rather have only one at instant speed and also have the spell land. So I should look at other stuff, but I think we're taking the spell land. But Vine Gecko is interesting. Wouldn't mind that, filling out our 2s. Another Gnarlid colony. But I do think we want the fortification. Gecko, where's the Gecko? Should I look at a... Oh, that we did, yeah. Yeah. The green stuff looks good here, but we'll take the flexible land there. Here's another dual land that we don't particularly need. Of course, could help us splash white, I suppose. I'll hold it in because I don't see much here for us. I don't want another Rebel Fort, and this barrage seems bad. So I am going to take the splash land. Maybe we use it. Probably not. Here we got another possible splash land, actually. Has the red side, so we could take this, but let's see if we've got something better. Last time we didn't have anything else to take. Here we have a Territorial Scythe Cat. 2/1 trample, landfall, put a +1/+1 counter. Yeah, let's try that. And Jupede seems good too, though. Yeah, at uncommon, we could try and wheel this. Let's see, this one is trample. So this is just 3/1 trample, get bigger. This one is 2/1 trample, but get permanently bigger. I don't know which one looks better. I guess we'll take the uncommon on rarity and give that a try. But those both look very close to me in terms of abilities. I do like Adventure Awaits. Cliffhaven Kite Sail, no doubt, gives stuff flying. So yeah, all the this interesting. All this equipment has this free first equip thing going on. I like that. Kite Sail could be good here, also in this type of deck. But we do have an equipment already. I don't want equipment flood. So yeah, it is pretty darn cheap. But all right, we'll take it. We are pretty aggro, and we would like this stuff in particular to fly, I think. So that's a reasonable pick. Zendikar, this is like a 5-mana play. Don't forget that. It looks like a 4-drop, but it's a 5-drop because you want to cast it on an untapped land. Cleric here, though. not what we're doing either. Rubble Fort, I don't want another one. We could take a Tormenting Voice. I don't think we want the voice, because this is the kind of deck that's going to be happy with land or spells, so it's not as important to have an effect like Tormenting Voice to, quote, get rid of your lands, when it's like, no, lands are okay with us too. Spark Mage here, Thunder is a 2/2, enters battlefield, X damage, target creature planes. Okay, this is a party card. At least it's going to deal 1. And I don't want another one of these. I don't really care about this yet, although it does make this better. I don't want another Rubble Fort, so we take a Spark Mage and see about it. Another Brushfire Elemental, so I'm going to take that over another Geopede. We need ways to get more landfall going now. Electromancer is a wizard. Okay, this is fine. It doesn't have landfall or whatever, but it's a red creature that supports eventually playing the Spark Mage. And yeah, it might even produce some ramp. Don't like any of these. Yeah, who are we drafting against? I don't have time to look right here. I'll take a Rubble Fort. Just stay in our lane. Let others find their way. Yeah, it's a landfall creature. Again, not great, but might run it if we have to. Oh, that's true. It needs to be unique. So, 2 wizards does not help the party. Well, this looks... Vine Gecko is okay here. Not a party-relevant creature, but neither is this insect. It has landfall, but it's not the landfall we're looking for. In fact, this is a really somewhat weird inclusion in that clearly red-green landfall is trying to be very aggressive, and this is not a very aggressive card, but maybe they just want green to both have landfall and support some other strategies. Oh, you can be a little bit controlling green. Yeah, some life gain payoff. So I get it. It's supporting other strategies besides just this aggro thing. This Scavenge Blade, yeah, not good enough. We're just going to take the Gecko. Adventurer. Oh, Thundering Rebuke is what we're going to take. Just the pure damage spell is going to be better than almost anything we're going to see here. Although let's check out what we're missing. I wouldn't mind this, but it's not even great. Sneaking Guide, it's a rogue, so if we get a rogue back, that could be like Sneaking Guide on the wheel would be nice, giving these Brushfire Elementals unblockable before they get nuts. Yeah, Cleansing Wildfire is we're going to try and wheel, we'll try and wheel that or this. We should wheel something out of this pack. And don't think we want this Rider, even though it has some party relevance, but Thundering Rebuke, obviously great. Here's another pickaxe if we wanted to do that. Journey to Oblivion. I didn't know this was in the set. Just saw this for the first time. I like the throwback cutout art. They use that trope in the first one. Or in the, what is it? In the one I'm thinking of. A 2-mana Oblivion card. A little throwback. Let's see. Fissure Wizard. Ambusher. Another Tormenting Voice. Scale the Heights. Nah. Yeah, we take another pickaxe. I don't know if we want to, but I think I'll try it. It is what we're doing here. And I think I do like another Blight Blade. What's this, though? Cinderclasm might be better. Deals 1 damage to each creature was kicked. Deals... Oh, that's pretty hot in this set, but it's actually pretty good against us. We could do this after we hit landfall, and our stuff would survive. Oh, I didn't... Yeah, yeah, let's see. It beats the... Well, question, do we even want it? I don't think we want the champ. I don't like that I wish I could undo this pick. I just missed... I tried to switch late and missed. Here's a kitty. I want to try this cat. Unless there's something better here. Wayward Guide Beast. Trample Haste. Oh, no, that's not good. Fireblade Charger, Goblin Warrior. Equipped, it has haste. Well, we do have a couple pieces of equipment. I still think we want the kitty, though. Yeah, it should... Oh, sorry. I thought it was said something different. That was a slight misread. Maybe we'll get that back. I don't know if anybody else wants that. But here's another Thundering Rebuke. If we get that rare on the wheel, I'll feel lucky. Sorry, it was a misread on my part. Again, short clock for me as I'm processing a lot of cards for the first time. Adventure Awaits. I don't think we want to spend time doing Adventure Awaits. Bug Catcher. Yeah, this works. It's a 2-drop we can play. What do we got here? Sneaking Guide. Oh, I liked this one, so I want to hold that. Spitfire Lagok is very replaceable. We don't want that. Horn Beetle is not what we're doing in this deck for 5 mana. Minotaur is conceivable, but I still think not what we want over just the Sneaking Guide. Minotaur is playable, but Sneaking Guide is also a party type, and it works really well with these Brushfire Elementals, so we're going to give that a try. Scavenge Blade, I'll hold, because I just really don't think we want a Nectar Pot, although I suppose it holds equipment decently. I just don't think that's what this deck wants at all, though. Wildfire and Electromancer and Guide have all come back. I think we want another Wildfire, though. This is double landfall for us, and that's what we want to do. Another... this doesn't look good to me, but it's got 3 toughness, so its baseline of 1/3 for 2 is not unplayable. And this is good. This is a fine top end for our landfall. Sizzling Barrage, trying not to play this. And we did not get our rare back, but we can consider the Charger. Yeah, it has a lot of cuts to make. Feels good. Historically, we've wanted... actually, we're not splashing any that. Historically, we've wanted like 18 lands in a landfall deck, but we have 2 spell lands. So I think we do go with 17 with 2 spell lands, is my thought. We have this Vastwood Fortification and Spikefield Hazard. No problem, Professor. Glad you could show up. Class is in session. Let's look at our 2013. I think I don't want the Zendikar. Let's look at our party package. Really, I want to see the party package as it relates to Thundering Spark Mage. So non-wizards is what I'm interested in. Here's a warrior. Let me get into deck building. Rogue. Double rogue there, right? Oh, no. Oh, we missed one of them. We got one of those. Warrior. I don't know if we're playing all of these. I just want to see where we're at on that front. Wizard is not a non-wizard. All right, I think that's it. So then 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 ways to turn the Spark Mage into a shock. Yeah, well, the real question is can we turn Thundering Spark Mage into a shock reliably? In this format, dealing 1 might be enough. I think but if I'm also playing a lot of weak creatures to get there, maybe I shouldn't bother. Kataski, I would normally run 18 lands in a landfall deck, so I feel like I'm not counting them as both 2 full spells. I'm counting them as combining to be my 18th land. How about that? You want a Jace puppet? Oh, mama, you can hear me a-crying. I'm so sad and all alone. It's true. Yeah, we can just cut the party package and get on with it. Although I think I still want the Death Toucher because it wears equipment early. And I don't want this blade, right? Let's not play that one. Let's not play the Charger. I want the Sneaking Guide. And I don't want the Bug Catcher. And I don't think I want this if we have enough twos. And I think we do. We have these triple elemental. That seems fine. And am I cutting too many creatures though now? Nah, we can even just, yeah, we just cut the cut this whole party package. And yeah, Cinderclasm is not the best for us. We can do it after we do landfall, and it's not the worst, but it's pretty narrow to find the right window where we both can resolve this without wrecking ourselves and do good work against the opponent. So I think we cut that. And that's where I'd rather have it just be another Blight Blade. I think that's what I passed over it. What are our numbers now? 16, 10. I want the Wildfires for the landfall. I want the Thundering Rebuke and the Rabid Bite for the removal. We need the... Maybe I got too much equipment here with double pickaxe and kite sail. I think I will run one kite sail, one pickaxe, and we can just kind of assess them. My sense is that we'd be better off with two pickaxes and just continue to move in on our strategy here. But I'm going to give the kite sail a try by doing a split pair there, I think. Although maybe I have to cut another one. Like, I really don't want to cut more creatures if I can help it. Although we could probably pick, like, the worst creature and still cut it. If we didn't like this Electromancer is a bit whatever. It's not doing landfall, and we're not doing the party thing anymore. So let's cut that. And then we're down to one final cut. Really not much of a high end here. It's a landfall deck, but I practically want to go to 16 with... oh yeah, Rubble Forts are a good cut. Maybe even... I didn't realize they're still in there. Maybe there's a red card that's... Or, you know, a replacement card that's even better than the Rubble Fort for us. Like, I might want this random Electromancer over a Rubble Fort. Although, hasting all our creatures doesn't suck. I don't know. East is asking for a party explanation. It's about the D&D character classes of Rogue, Wizard, Warrior, and Cleric. And the party mechanic is counting whether or not, yes, no, do you have one of those? If you have all four, your party count is 4. If you have 700 clerics on the battlefield, your party count is 1. Would you count your spell lands towards your spell count or towards your land count? My inclination looking at the previews and doing practice drafts to count them as lands and consider the other side gravy. I kind of looked at it as like half a land. That's where I was seriously, like, we could consider doing this, you know, coming down to 16 and considering calling this land number 17 and this land number 18. And then we do have our 18 lands. And if we're so flooded that we use these as spells, that's fine. So that is one way to look at these. It does give us the excuse to, like, do something like this. Yeah, let's start by calling them lands and calling them our 17th and 18th land. I think that does make sense. That if they end up spelling, great. but really they're here as lands. Let's do it that way. And then my question is, do we like another? That's too much equipment. I'm going to say, didn't I? There are two here, right? Robert, get him to fix the multiple copies. Look at this, Rob. Actually, you can't see it very well because over there. Do you know what I'm talking about, though, Rob? Apparently, there's an X2 somewhere here. I would love it if the font on the quantity had a black border around it. All right. I do think we don't want 3 equips, though, so I'm going to put in a creature back. The question is which one. Let's just go with this generic 3, I think. Nothing I have as landfall. I'm going to do this generic 3. Not great, but... good to know, Robert. I mean, I'm sure they saw, like, you can't... Chances are, if you come up with if you realize there's a bug or a feature or something you'd like changed about a game you love, it's like 95+% that the team already knows about it. It's just about where it is in their prioritization. 41, that's unacceptable. Okay, well, I was trying to show this anyway, so we just cut one of those axes and we call it good. And then, falling for Zendikar. Or about a brush with Zen. I like that better. CBL update, let's do it. Yeah, well, we can buy all sorts of stuff. Avatar bundles? We need land bundles. Yeah. This is for you, Mama. Look at all this. We get to add all the fun. All right.
You have 2 ranks, one for constructed and
he's a
one
pet.
for limited.
As if Mom has to tell me. That helped. Oh, thank you. Now that I understand that he's a pet.
While your limited rank is tied to draft.
This is for Mama and Mama only. You're welcome. I'll see how long I can stand it. All right. Thanks for your patience, everybody. Let's play some Magic. How are we going to do? I would par this one, but I was going to do a par poll, but it doesn't matter. The way I tend to do these preview events, by the way, is we're going to play like 3-ish games, depending on how we feel. If we get to 3 games and feel like we have more to learn from the deck, maybe we'll play more. But the plan here is just to play 3 times, get a sample of this particular archetype, and then dive back in for a different one, okay? I'm updating Cardboard Live, but remind me in a second to finish the install. This would be okay if we had a red. Oh, I thought this was that 1-drop. Maybe this is still okay, but I don't ever want to play a pickaxe without it being equipped to something. Actually, I think we have to mulligan this. Our deck is trying to be out of the gate aggro, and our first play here is on turn 3. That's not acceptable. One step at a time, Mama. One step at a time. You got your Jace puppet, and I bought the lands, okay? All right, this looks better. This is a land 2, remember? So we can keep this and decide what to ship back in it. I'm going to send back the kite sail. I want to try this out, but it's the least important element of our hand. So, goodbye. I am human token, but I am playing in the preview stream. So let's not stare that gift horse too hard in the mouth, shall we? I'm going to go with Hellhound here on 1 and try to get it going. Sure, we can go Hellhound number 2 and land number 2. Wondering if we're going to play... if this spike field is going to enter as a land anyway, we might as well do it now, but it's possible Oppo plays something we want to pick off with this, so I'm just going to go with the forest, given that we can still forest next turn and cast the Scythe Cat on curve. If we didn't have the sure thing Scythe Cat on curve, I would play the tap land now. It's not a joke. It's just that what Wizards did is threw me a spare account at the last minute to let me get in this thing, and that's just what one of their spare accounts was. Easier than like going and creating an account for me. They could just quickly hand off, say, "Here's an account. Use it. Go for it." Okay. So Rabid Bite doesn't get the Adept unless we get multiple... We could Rabid Bite Hazard, but that seems bad too. You really want to use 2 spells to get rid of that? I would rather land it here and play the cat and have no attacks this turn, but have good attacks next turn. Okay, and Cleansing Wildfire. So this is all very good for us here. We can just make everything huge and kill the 3/3. And then we get to use the Rabid Bite instead of the Rebuke, and we can offer the trade on the Skycat, but it's going to get bigger as we add more land, as we play more lands. So I'm going to Rebuke the 4/3 and send the 4/5s. Yeah, I guess we could swing first, but if we do that, we are offering them. Let's see, we get 4 damage. That doesn't change anything. I think we should just... what is swing first before the... Why not just Thundering Rebuke now, is what I'm saying. I think Rabid Bite's going to be more valuable. As we play more lands, the cat's going to get bigger. We have a land in hand to play. We're close to stomping ourselves to 2 more land plays. It's true, but if they, I mean... Yeah, and here's what Mehdi is talking about. I'm a little more dangerous using Rabid Bite now than I would have been with the Rebuke. But I do think we need to play this as land. How do I do that? Here, I guess I just throw it out there and it'll give me the choice. And could go GOP'd. Could even just offer the Skycat here, send it in, and in order to kill, it's a double block. But if we send in at... I think it's worth trying a Rabid Bite on the Adept. I don't know. Media's got a great point. We're now at risk. I don't even know the instant speed removal in this set. I don't know what I'd be playing it into. So that's a concern. We could just play the Geopede and wait. All right, you want to try the Bite? Foil King wants to do it. If it doesn't work, it's Foil King's fault. All right. Genius choice on my part. Hey, it's not like I've learned nothing from my president. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. Play this and get a mana back. None of these are relevant types. We, of course, have a pickaxe. Can't play this Stomper yet. We can go... Thank you, Kruzika. Appreciate the sub. Let's see now. I like Electromancer Geopede, maybe, and then stay back, and we'll get the Stomper eventually here. Hey, Queen. Everybody missed the beginning. I wasn't set up to play for a bit here this morning. I'm going to say no attacks, though, and we'll try to get wide enough to just get there through the defense and get that last point. Yeah, I could have gone for a pickaxe on the Scythe Cat, maybe. Let's see, that would have done. But we didn't have the landfall yet, so. Yeah, we passed an Omnath while we were in the landfall deck, red-green deck even, but it just didn't feel right. Magic Star, welcome. Thanks for the reminder, D. Although should have Cardboard Live now too, so check that. But for our YouTube friends, worth rolling over the cards so they can get a read on them. All right, here's our... I gotta watch out, gang. This set's gonna kill me with my hasty land play. Like, I gotta do this right, you know? All right, so we're gonna play out a pickaxe on our other Trampler. And 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers, 1 mana. I don't think they have anything that can get them out of this. I'm gonna make them show me how I'm wrong. All right. A fine start. I can lower the volume there. It didn't sound too much to me, but maybe Wizards has that one cranked a little much. You can go a touch down on the game audio. I am human token. Hear me roar. Do I have an archetype that I was especially interested in trying out after seeing spoilers? I guess I was enamored with trying to make party shenanigans really awesome, but actually this one we're in right here is one of them too, so I'm pretty happy that we're doing the landfall thing. See how that goes. This is a keep. Probably go Rebel Fort next so we can start hastying this stuff. We already have memes because I am so great. Thanks, Hat. We have memes because Skeptical Hat and Slam Dunk were all over it. Although the extra time did help me get all of these set up. If I had started on time, I would not have had access to every meme that they offered up. But because I had some extra time this morning, I got them all ready. Sorry, Oppo. Let's see. Let's go. I gotta think though. I gotta make sure there's like no. Okay, we can save that. That might go as a land spell. We're going for the Rebel Fort here anyway, so we get hasty stuff going on after, so we can wait till after combat. Do you think they would... Well, we got the fortification, so if they go for a block, we'll use the fortification. And if they want to block the Blight Blade, that's fine. That song is Land of a Thousand Dances. We were trying to figure out... yeah, Hat and I were discussing land songs to use, but if anybody's got a good landfall song, let me know. There's Landslide and all sorts of various covers to it, but it's not quite right. Yeah, I mean, ideally it would be lyrics about lots of lands, or, you know, this land is your land, this land is my land. We could do that. Yeah, Land of Confusion was on the list. Okie doke. Still have this fortification ready to up one of our creatures if needed. We have hasty stuff now. We can go Spitfire and haste, but then we wouldn't have the fortification. I like Skyclave, Geopede. Ooh. Awkward. We can do Skyclave, Geopede and give it landfall, but not if we want to leave the Vastwood fortification up, which I do. So I'm going to go for like an oops here. It's going to look like oops. And maybe I do just go lizard attack, and they can have the lizard if they want. Yeah, let's just do that. And I will continue to offer my Blight Blade for any of their stuff. I don't care about the Blight Blade really. Oh, Brushfire is unblockable. Thank you. Sorry. But it's not unblockable. It's 2 or less. Yeah, so it was unblockable. Oops, that's a punt. Hit it, D. Oh yeah, you can punt me or not. You can be day one kind if you want. I'm not going to get my undies in a bunch over mistakes on day one. All part of it. What's going on here? Lifelink, Vigilance. They went with quite a big dude here. I don't know what we do about that. That probably just gets us long term. Although, is it lifelink for the turn? Why does it have lifelink? Is it natural lifelink? What's the blue lifelink about? I don't know. Anyway, we'll say no blocks here. Artifact creature? Thank you. What? How is that? Oh, here we go. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. Got it. Got the rules down. I'm so good at this game. Believe me. All right. Now I'm going to remember the brush fire, even though it can't be blocked by the it can be blocked by the healer, but I wonder if can we get anything big enough to, like, threaten it? I guess we actually have to go Geopede. And then we pump that up with the old landfall. And send that in as an offer. And we leave Blight Blade back, because now I care about it. Now I want to try and take out this healer. And we will go with another brush fire here now that we are through combat and don't need to have fortification available. On purpose this time. It's not unblockable. It's unblockable by 2 or less. And last turn we had no blockers with power 3 or more. This time we did. Ox tapping down my Death Toucher, so they're going to get in for 5, and then I'm going to throw the Rubble Fort in the way here. Rubble Fort seems very whatever. Haste is fine, but... Okay, Rabid Bite is kind of what the doctor ordered here. We're going to go... enters tapped. Oh, I meant to block the 5. That was just a mistake. More spaciness on day 1, but yes, blocking the 5 was the intent there. And, well, if they don't have any more things to tap our stuff, we maybe have stabilized. But should be at 4 for what that matters too. All right. Now we're into forced chumps, which is not great, but we do get 1 trade, and then unfortunately we untap and then have a stomper. So that's enough. Good job, Oppo. Kind of screwed that game up, but I don't think it mattered. I think that lifelink and the tap thing just kind of got us. So free lessons there. I don't think we missed a win, although everything D. Oh, I thought Dionysus punted twice in a row. I just saw punt into D punt, but it was a new punt. That's fine. As long as D's not overdoing it. Let's see. None of our landfall payoffs, but we do have a landfall enabler. And no red, though. I mean, Blight Blade plus Rabid Bite is kill stuff. So there's that. Oppo's going first. I'm going to mulligan, though. This hand is It's close. This trio makes this keepable. But this doesn't even trigger any landfall for us yet, is my problem. I'm gonna mulligan. Ugh. Gotta keep this. It's like worse, but we'll keep. Sometimes that happens. Now I gotta get rid of a cleansing wildfire or a brush fire elemental. One of the two. Probably just the wildfire, though. All right, we got our red. That's nice. Get our elementals going. Well, we can offer one, or we can wait and rabbit bite. But I think we just offer the trade. It's fine. We have to not think of these elementals as too precious. They're just 2-drops, and they're good 2-drops. But right now, they're angry 2-drops that will trade up if Oppo wants to block. Interesting that they don't want to. That's maybe they have 1 toughness damagers or something. I would have snap traded if I were Oppo. Maybe they also were worried about the 1 mana, but I see. They just wanted their party type to get the extra action here. Squad commander, nice rare. Thundering Rebuke, though, is going to get us through all of this, or we can do the Rabid Bite again. Maybe we Rebuke and Bite. Or actually, I think we just play. Well, yeah, if we Rebuke and Bite, we can play Kicked Colony next turn. So I like that. These can't be blocked, so it doesn't matter, but yeah. Good habits. And hey, look, I remembered they can't be blocked this time. Getting smarter. Oh, I didn't give you your new meme for these brush fires either. Here you go. Interesting, Oppo took the... Let's see, what do they have? What do they even do that with? That was... Oh, Acquisitions Expert. Well, we'll play Colony, no kick, and the Hellhound, and have a pretty good board set up for future turns. Now we're in that landfall space where a land is good, and anything that costs 4 mana or less is good. There's only 2 bad draws in our deck, really, and that's the 6-drop and the 5-drop we have. No disparaging the work of others here, D. I am so thankful I have awesome viewers who will make memes for me and I don't have to do anything. So nice. I love Hat and all he does for this stream, and I'm extremely thankful for Slam Duncan too. So, do we have enough here in the landfall realm? Only these three can block the elementals. So, boom, boom, elemental block. Then everything else is pretty small, though. So I think we just play the land and bash. I don't know if this is perfect or not, but... Oh yeah, Bat has lifelink. Never going to be at the top of my game on streamer preview day. Mostly, remember, we're here to learn all about these new cards. Board is a lot simpler now. What's this? Not exactly winning the race here. And no attacks. But we have outs. We do have another copy of Thundering Rebuke. I don't think we have another Rabid Bite, though, so we're really looking for one of our removal spells here. Trample Cat. Well, partly it's been my piloting, but I will note that our landfall has petered out a bit in a couple of our games. In one game, it was strong enough to just kind of roll over and get there. But thanks somewhat to my help, but not just because of that, we have really failed to close with this deck. It's only 3 games, so we don't know too much yet, but just observing that. How many are there, though, Razor? I mean, we've got 2. Are there any other cards that do that? I mean, you run out of the triggers, and you just start to feel like what am I even doing here, right? Here, I guess we send in, though. No, if we send in, we just lose, so we can't. Cleansing Wildfire is our double landfall in action. In this case, it's going to be single landfall unless we find another land off the draw. I have a Zendikar. We're not playing it. I don't want to bother rejiggering this deck, though. We'll just start another draft. Well, close, but not quite. I'm gonna, well, trouble. Yeah, we don't have reach though, so we can't really do anything about this, and we lose to the crackback. So no sense in playing it out. We just have to give that one up. I like punting and making mistakes on opening day. No pressure. You won't see me salty about punts on free new set day. Landfall is a bad archetype, confirmed. No, not confirmed, but let's talk for a sec before we say goodbye to YouTube on that one and say I'm concerned. I think that archetype really needs to keep its land flowing, or it really seems to run out of steam. It's just like it's like Gruul is playing original Zendikar and nobody else is. And original Zendikar, for those of you who never played it, filled with a lot of creatures that got +2/+2 with landfall, but it created a dynamic where your creatures were terrible on defense and incredible on offense, and you go back and forth with that. if both sides are terrible on defense and incredible on offense, guess what? Magic games are going to be over lightning fast. And it became one of the fastest formats of all time. But that's because literally every color pair was doing it. In this case, only green and red are doing it. And it's putting it in a spot where it looks like sometimes we just get in a spot where, okay, we did it. Now I've run out of land. My creatures are now pathetic and weak, and my opponents are just normal. And my opponent's normal creatures are getting me. That's something I felt there in a handful of games. It's early, low sample size, small sample size. Don't know how this deck looks like with more land finders and more ways to repeat landfall. I think if we could really reliably double landfall and landfall every turn, then this deck would have performed a lot better. So anyway, first take on landfall, and the jury is out, but I'm a little concerned about its legs, its late game legs. We'll see. Maybe I don't know how to do it yet, but that's my take on First Blush. Thanks for joining us, YouTube, for the first draft, and look for more to come.